Alright, so I've got the Ryker Fist Grip here mounted on my ACR, and was trying to figure out a way to kind of figure out a way to do a weapons light on here. Kind of run it along this rail is a little too far. Really wanted it ideally about like right here above the fist grip, and figured out a way to do it. So this is just kind of a rough draft on it, so I wouldn't necessarily think this would be a long-term solution, but I think it'll work for the time being. Just took a scrap piece of Picatinny rail. This is like a, actually don't know the length on this one. It is, which this length is actually pretty ideal, believe it or not. It looks a little long, I know, but it's like a 4-inch length pick rail. So I just had this laying around, just a regular plastic Magpul MOE pick rail. So what I did, you can see a couple different trial and errors. Lined it up, took the first screw. This one had 2 screws, so and the gap is like 3/4 inch gap between the 2 set screws for the mount, which just mounts onto the pick rail here. But so what I did is drilled out with I think a pretty wide drill, just kind of creating a channel for the screw, and then drilled out a hole, for, 1/4 inch hole basically. And what you need to do this is basically 2 3/4 inch by 1/4 inch spacers, and 2 2 1/4 10 by 32 kind of standard thread, not metric, 10 by 32 by 2 1/4 inch length in their hex, or their Allen key head. And then what I found is by using the original hex head nuts, I really have to torque this down to get it real nice and snug. And unfortunately, metal and plastic, you can see, is pretty much stripped out. So the metal wins out and started spinning in the channel. So what I've started doing is I actually have a couple barrel nuts, which I think will be better, but for now, just running these square nuts works pretty well. So basically what I need, 2 of everything, 2 of these spacers, 2 screws, 2 nuts, and 2 washers that are going to sit right above, or right above the spacer and below the pick rail. Just kind of add some stability. That way these things don't punch through. And yeah, so I'll show you kind of how I've done that. It's pretty straightforward actually. So just slide your rail into place where you want it, and grab your pick rail. One other thing I should note is I have got a small little metric flat washer that I've put in the hole that I cut, just to give a little more strength to it. As you can see on my first attempt, the bolt kind of popped through, which is going to happen on plastic. Really, this needs to be an aluminum rail that's probably milled out or drilled out with like a drill press. I'm just doing these with regular tools, so to give it a little more strength, I've got this little washer to sit in there. So bring my washers through as I drop. So I'll go 1 in there, 1 in here. Bring your washers along there, and along here, your spacers, like that. This one's a little snugger because I had it on the, come on, it will go. Let me try it the other way. I have this on my vise. Let's try. They're not supposed to be that snug, but I had it on the vise. Trying to tap something. Alright, I think there's some. Jeez. I don't know why that's doing that. Let's try that. I'm going to try this one on the other one. It goes fine on that one. Okay, there we go. Same size screw, but different results for some reason. So bring those in here. Sorry, you can't really see what I'm doing here. So just line them up. Let me turn the rifle over. This is a Bushmaster ACR, in case you're wondering what I'm putting it on. Alright. It's kind of a little bit of a process. Alright, I will get this, I promise. Alright, so get them in the set screws. And then, you know what, I'm going to flip this up so make it a little easier, have gravity on my side. Alright, right there, looks good. Got one in. Oh, my other one's way off. Alright, so there we go. So, as my weapon light gets pressed, sorry about that. Move that pressure pad out of the way. It's just really excited about this install, I can tell. Alright. So, now, grab our trusty crescent wrench, which we will need to use. Just line those up a little bit. And grab your trusty Allen key. And we'll start tightening these until we get them pretty much fingertip tight. Alright. Yeah, as my Allen key goes flying. Alright. Pretty much there. So it's a pretty quick, simple install. Let's move that just into place. The symmetry is so important. Alright, let me grab this guy here. And I do get a little nervous over tightening my the hole that I drilled out, because it is not ideal to have a non-reinforced screw, and I'm wondering if I might have popped through. We'll see. No, I think we're okay. Hopefully that washer's doing its job. But the one nice thing about the plastic in these square nuts is they do kind of sink in a little bit. But you just don't want to use the plastic as your counter locking system. So yeah, there you go. And this slides over like that, and it's really ideal. This is the Streamlight Cloud HLX. You know, it's great placement, but I've tried it with this light, which I'm not really fond of, but just show you for demonstration purposes. Let's see. This one all the way. Alright. But yeah, that's ideal. Really nice. Even like the Streamlight HL or TRL, like pistol light. I mean, this rail system and this Ryker Fist Grip really gives you some options. So if you wanted to run even a pistol light, I mean, that's pretty low profile. I mean, and performance-wise, it's not that much less than this TRL or the HLX rather. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I will be getting a different mount, kind of a cantilevered offset mount for my weapons light, but it's cool, and that's it. So yeah, that's the Ryker Fist Grip. Give you kind of a good look. And the weapon is safety checked on safety. So, yeah, that's kind of a look at it. But yeah, works great.